Marie.
I'm Mar.
It's your boy Old Papers from Debbie Baby Daddy Podcast.
And this is the Need to Know. So guys, today we have a wonderful guest, so we're gonna let him introduce himself.
Like I said, Old Papers representing Brooklyn, Debbie Baby Daddy Podcast. I'm my host along with my boy Chris, my own girl Elle, my cousin Gata, representing different parts of New York City. So like I said, we do our podcast. We air it on Tuesdays on all major streaming platforms, so you can just check it out. I know it just sounds crazy, but just look for this face and you'll be bound to find it. And like I said, on different topics, nothing about celebrities or the cliche conversations, but everything about real life and things that you can relate to.
So before we start, I'm sorry guys, we just have to just show you guys our shirts, because like, we got our new shirts.
I got popular collars, man.
What collars? What collars? So we have one more shirt coming out, and then we'll actually be selling them. So check out, like, wait for that. Actually hit us up. We kind of are taking orders.
So pre-orders, guys.
Yeah, pre-orders. Quotation marks. Yeah. Okay, so today's topic, guys, is open relationships. So, you know, I had to talk about something spicy. How do you guys feel about open relationships?
You go first, or which more you want to go first?
You guys, it doesn't matter. You guys can pick.
I think it's a cool idea. I just think it's something that you both have to be in agreement with it. It can't be one's more greedy, one's more selfish than the other. So it's just like if you have that balance, it's all about balance. Even if it wasn't an open relationship, you still need that balance. You still got to be able to compromise and don't get jealous. I think that's the thing that would probably hurt your open relationship is a little jealousy, you know. So, but that's my take on open relationship. I'm cool with it.
As far as me, considering I never had one,
I mean, you can have vibe, but you know.
I'm open to the idea. No pun intended. But I don't know. I feel like the jealousy part does come in. Like, I'm the type of person that if the next man is on my girl and he look better than me, like, not just me, like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, he look better than me, but like, you're gonna see certain traits that's like,
yeah, cause he's styling on you?
Yeah, like, say for example, like you with your girl, and like I go to the movies and she's just chilling, like she's having a good time, but then when she's with him, she's like smiling, putting it on the gram. So I don't know, like I feel like the jealousy part would come in for me. So like I'd be open to it, but I don't think for long.
You gotta practice for that. What about you?
I'm open to it. I think it's just like, it would be boundaries need to be set. You know, everything is boundaries, comfortability. So I'm open to it.
So she could be better than you and you're okay with it?
She could be better than me. We could be all together. It's cool. Like, you know, like. What are your boundaries that you have to set to be in an open relationship?
Boundaries? I don't know. Like I said, it's an open relationship, so I think that the whole concept of it is, I don't even think they even should put the word relationship. You know, like when I hear open relationship, I just think of like a consistent sexual partner. You know, like it's just like, cause my whole thing is today's Friday or whatever, or tomorrow's Friday, or you know, like I don't know if it's my Friday. Is it his Friday? Is it his Wednesday? Is it my Wednesday? Like, what exactly is going on? Like, am I the one that's taking her to STK, but he's ordering Popeyes and getting the fuck? So, you know, it's just, you gotta understand like what exactly you're getting yourself into. So boundaries, I don't really see how you call for boundaries, because if it was something like you gave him a hall pass in a relationship, then you can say, okay, I'm gonna set boundaries. You can sleep with this chick, but you gotta wear a condom. Or you're having a threesome, but you can't kiss her, or you understand what I'm saying? But in an open relationship, it's a free-for-all. You get to do what you want to do. The only thing that you would say with the open relationship, you know, it's supposed to be polyamorous.
Right.
So you're supposed to be able to say, okay, this is my girlfriend A, and this is girlfriend B. I'm looking for girlfriend C, and they all are cool and comfortable with each other. So I don't really see how you set any true boundaries. Like, that would be extremely hard, where it's, I just don't see how that works out.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm sorry, I just have an answer, but okay, go.
Let's hear your answer.
No, go for it. Let him go first. It's okay. I got my answer.
I agree for the most part. I think probably the only boundary I could think of is like, if you come home to me, make sure that the person is fucking before a condom, or like be safe. because
you see, but what if you understand? Because then now it becomes a battle between you and boyfriend B or boyfriend F. You know, it's just like now y'all fighting like, oh, I want you kissing boyfriend A. You like, what? Nigga, that's my girl too. You know, like, how you picking and choosing? Or, nah, you can't, you know, like I would say if there was to be a boundary, or it's not even a boundary, it's a rule, it's like, you can't come from fucking this nigga and just come straight to fucking me. Like, wash that ass, you know what I mean? Like, you know, a couple of hours in between, like, you don't just give me stretch walls and then think I'm gonna be happy that night. Like, I don't want that. So maybe that's a boundary, but, you know, like I said, like, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I agree with Mar, that makes sense.
Well, actually, another boundary I can think of is, as long as I'm cool with the nigga you fucking with. Like, because I don't want no beef happening. Like, say, for example, like what he said, like, oh, he coming to me talking about, I can't kiss my girl no more. But it's like, that's my girl too. Like, so I feel if I was to do an open relationship, like, at least the person B, like, you have to introduce me to him, like, let me know him, like.
We gotta have dinner together.
Yeah, like let me.
We have bowling night.
Got bowling
now
night.
Now we got a little 2K tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, loser gotta get the end he gets the worst day of the week, like a Tuesday or something.
Yeah.
I mean, start with Tuesday, so I mean, that's actually probably a good idea. But you seem like you wanted to rebuttal when I was talking, so.
I'm sorry, like, okay, before I say my answer though, I wanna ask you what's your definition of this? Like, not like a broad one, what's your definition of open relationship? Yeah,
like I said, it's pretty much a polyamorous relationship. Like, everyone who's involved knows about each other.
Okay.
That's how I feel like it should be. It shouldn't be. I get when most people think of an open relationship, they're probably looking at like, you're my girl, but you're fucking with Mar. But I'm not gonna get mad if I find out that you're fucking with Mar. And you're like, oh, this is an open relationship. And I'm just like, I don't think that's really how it goes. Because that's when you cause static that way.
Right.
But if every party knows about each other, we go out to dinner, or we out in the club, and I'm just like, I'm on you like, yo, that guy right there, look like you know what I'm saying? So that's how I kind of look at the open relationship, is you're taking away that strictness, the rules and regulations that you would normally have, or what you would consider the standard relationship. That's what makes it open. That's how I look at it. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Okay. So I think that there's like, how you guys was like, there's boundaries, like the way you're saying them. It's just like.
Wait, before you answer.
Oh,
I know this is your show, but before you answer, have you ever been in an open relationship?
I consider that I was, but like I don't know if it was one because it wasn't like.
What's your definition?
Listen.
Made it open or not open?
Because it was just like, okay, like he was doing whatever he was doing. I was doing whatever I was doing, and it was like, but we was jacking each other. Like, we was like, oh, you know, like we fucking with each other. You understand?
So y'all fuck with these?
Nah, but it was like, we was,
Like y'all boyfriend, girlfriend?
Yeah, like.
So y'all was boyfriend, girlfriend, but you allowed him to do what he wanted?
I feel like we was just
doing did y'all allow each other? Or
I think it was just, we was, and then it's like, we came back to each other, it was just like, it is what it is, like.
That's trouble. That's trouble.
I don't know, I guess so, I don't know.
So like I said, because
just
we don't have
different
definitions of
what
relationship.
Oh wait, alright, so when you found out he was doing what he wanted, did that change anything?
That made her probably do more.
It makes you, I'm gonna be honest, like it makes you wanna do like what you wanna do, like, you know.
Oh, fuck this nigga. Oh, word? He fucked this bitch? Oh, I'm about to fuck this nigga. That's what
that's what comes to your head, but it's also how like you move about it. Like it's either you gonna say something, like be upfront about it, or
But did you say anything?
Yeah, like I'm gonna be like, you know, like at first I might see how you're moving, because you know how you move is also like what contributes to, you know,
the attitude, the static. That's a situationship. That's what I would say. I don't see that as being open, because y'all weren't open with each other with what y'all were doing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I felt like I don't know if it was one or it wasn't one. It was just he was doing what he was doing. So.
No, y'all was just cheating on each other.
Yeah. I guess so. But so no, I probably haven't been in one. I mean, I haven't been. So, but I think one is like, you know, you guys like mutually agree to what you want to do. Everything has to be mutual. Everybody has to be comfortable. I personally don't agree with, oh, you have to know who it is. Cause I personally think that if I know who it is, it's like, nah, I'm gonna probably feel some type of way, I'm gonna be jealous or whatever.
Jealousy.
I don't, like I said, everybody thinks jealousy is a different thing though. Like, cause I personally like, you
We're
could
all
be jealous.
We're all jealous. I mean,
Yeah. No, but I'm saying like, it's levels to jealousy as well. Like, you could just not like something. Like, I might not like the situation, but I won't like be like aggravated about it. Like how people will be when they get jealous, you know, be so mad and like so aggressive. Like I was just like, you know, I'll be like, it is what it is. Cause it's like I can't do nothing about it if you're already doing something. Yeah. Like
it's over.
But I feel like with open relationships, like you gotta be the person. Like before it even starts, you have to know yourself. Like you have to know, okay, am I the jealous type? Like would, like for me, like I'm a jealous type. Well, I'm not a jealous type, but like if I see something that, like the next thing is doing, yeah.
Dark skin niggas are jealous niggas, man.
I'm like, yo, if I see the next nigga doing something better than me, like of course I'm gonna be jealous, cause like eventually I feel like if my girl's had subconsciously, she's gonna choose him over me more now. So to the point where, like, say
so now you got a shitty day of the week.
Yeah, and then it's gonna get worse and worse to the point where she don't even want me no more. She just wants him. So it's like I kind of get broken up with by allowing shit to keep happening.
So do you know yourself?
I do.
So could you get into an open relationship right now?
I could.
And be confident and comfortable?
I believe so.
You believe so?
That's a strong, I believe so too.
No, because I believe I can
Excuse me,
dunk
sorry.
right now in the NBA. That doesn't mean I can do it. Can you get into an open relationship right now and not be?
Sorry, repeat that, sorry. Like, I was thinking of a word in my head that I was trying to
Like I
say.
said, like if an open relationship was presented to you
Mm-hmm.
right now, do you think you'd be able to go through with it without sabotage and, you know, the relationship in whole?
I could.
Okay, what about you? But he said he's a jealous type, so
Yeah,
he's still figuring himself out. Like he's sketching it out. Like
I think it's also like, you know, like what completes you. You understand? Like how is this relationship gonna benefit you in the long run? Like, do you want this person or do you want to stay with this person? If you want to stay with that person, I don't think that you should be like, oh, let's get into an open relationship.
Yeah.
Like that's what's gonna make it full.
okay.
But if like you feel like, oh, you know, we're just, you know, we're both still trying to build, then okay, you guys could probably explore other options. But
Well, you gotta remember, a lot of people say like open relationships help the relationship. Like, I mean, allegedly, Will
But
Smith
how?
and Jade is supposed to be an open marriage,
yeah.
open relationship. So basically,
But to them, what is an open relationship? Because to other people, certain relationships could be like, oh, we go out on a date with somebody, and that's the open relationship, or we go on dates with somebody, or it could be like, oh, I have sex
well,
with this
there's I
person.
don't know, because it's just allegations.
That's how-
I'm not gonna go with
No,
the
that's-
alleged gangs.
No, but this is broad, like, you know, this is,
Yeah.
I'm saying like, you know, there's like, this relationship would be, oh, we just go on dates with other people, or I just go, we go to this place on this day with this person, or we have an arrangement to have sex with this person and I have sex with this person. Like, it's so many different things that it could be open. Like, it's not just one set thing. Like, I think people think that
When
open
you look at
relationship.
swingers, that's an open relationship.
Yeah, but it's like, but that's been actually like getting in bed with like, you know, the same people.
Mhm.
So it's like, it's different levels to, oh, this is an open relationship. And I feel like people just think it's so broad. Like, it's like, okay, I just see this person and that's that. And it's like, it's not. It's like, it could be so many different things. It could be like, oh, I hang out with this person because they make me feel this type of way. Not just, oh, because I have this attraction.
Well, I guess a lot of people just put the option of having an open relationship, so this way you remove the whole opportunity of cheating. That's really what it boils down to.
That too. But it's
So
like,
open relationship, if you're able to do it as you please and I know about it, now I just removed that. So now I feel good. I can be able to be home with the homies and be like, oh, I'll see you in the morning. I'm going out with George. And I'm like, back in Congress, see you in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what you're about to do.
right.
You know, and I'm confident in the situation. You have to be confident to be able to be in an open relationship. If you're not confident and you're not comfortable, you're fucked. That's just how I look at it.
So what's your comfortability with it? Like, are you confident?
I'm confident.
I feel like you still
To a
over
certain
there
degree, it's
struggling.
like, yeah, I'm like in everybody. Like, part of me is like, yeah, I'd be cool with it, but then another part is like, nah, I'd probably still be jealous. Or not necessarily, I don't want to say I wouldn't be confident, but just more like,
What's your trust percentage?
That's a good
You
question.
gotta think about it. If you have a girl right now, we're not gonna put them out there, but if you have a girl right now, how much are you saying that you trusted that while we're doing this show, she's where she said that she told she's gonna be?
honestly, if this was like 16-year-old me, I'd probably like 99%. But
Do
due to experience, I'd say like 75%.
75%. What's your percentage on trust?
100%.
100%. You trust people wholeheartedly. No doubts, no, you might.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That's bad though.
Because, okay, this is my thing about trust. I'm like, you have to give me a reason not to trust you. Like as soon as I meet you, I'm like, I trust you because, unless like, you know, I watch you and you like,
you go by the vibe.
Right, like you move a certain way with me. But if you move like honest with me, then, you know, I have no reason not to doubt you.
Because my thing is, if you trust the person, there won't be no issues.
Right.
Because like I said, the whole thing, like I said, with the open relationship is that you know who the person's messing around with. But it's the same as being in a traditional relationship. You trust when this person's saying that they're going to the club, that they're just going to have fun and hang out. They're not going to do anything extra than you expect them to do. When they say they're at work, they're actually at work and they don't have that work wifey or that work hubby or, you know, something like that. Or if he's saying he's going to the game with his boys, that you trust that he's just going to the game, he's gonna have a couple beers, probably hit a bar right after he's getting the Uber, he's coming right back home. So it's like once you're able to trust, then everything else I feel like works, you know, perfectly. So that's really the biggest part of it is, other than communication, you gotta be able to trust the person. That they're gonna do what they say they're doing, nothing more, nothing less.
How do you feel?
You agree? Yeah, it's a 16-year-old him.
What about now? What about?
Said 75%. Are we not in the same room?
I'm sorry. I thought he said he was still talking about 16.
Yeah, like nah. 16-year-old self, of course, because you know I didn't have any experience, but like now the reason why I said 75, like I agree with Serena. Like if I meet you for the first time,
you're gonna give the 100%.
Yeah, I'm like, because there's no reason to not trust you. Like I don't even know you like that, but as time goes along, I feel like, especially with the human species, like, that sounds so stupid, but like,
you know, like that. I would have just said you niggers, but he was just.
Yeah, I think it's like, niggas, I feel like with niggas, like, as time goes along, there's gonna come a point where they're gonna betray your trust. Like, I feel like nobody's perfect. Like, there's gonna come a point where, like, alright, say you with a girl for 5 years. Within that 5 years, there's gonna be one incident where, like, you can't trust her because she lied about some shit, or, she said she was with her homies, but then, you know, you see her across the street with some nigga talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like I only say 75% because it's like, it's not that I don't trust you, but I feel like if I do trust you 100%, I'm gonna get hurt. Like, so I have this.
So he's guarded.
Yeah, I'm guarded. But I'm gonna still give you 75 because obviously you haven't done anything wrong so far, but like, I still gotta put my guard up in order to protect myself.
I like that.
I'm sorry, you really was my question.
Really?
Nah, for real. Like, it was right here. So I was like, what? So what makes you lose trust in an open relationship? Like what? I mean, you said it, but like, what exactly would make you be like, this is a dub, like this is over, like?
It's like I said, overstepping your boundaries, you know, getting greedy.
But you just said we didn't have no boundaries.
No, but overstepping that boundary of being greedy.
Oh, okay.
You know, we already gave you everything. It's open. It's like me being a billionaire. I have an open check.
Right.
But now you're overdoing it. You know, oh, I have to have that. I have to have that. You know, I gave you a yacht, and now you talk about you need 4. Bitch, what you need 4 yachts for? Like, how many times, like, how much water is around the earth that you need 4? You know, like, one's good enough. So it's just like you're trying to take way more than you need to. We already agree that it's open. You could do what you please as long as I know about it. But now it's like you having a side nigga. You know, it's already an open relationship, so why you hiding niggas? You know, why is Domino's calling you at 2 o'clock in the morning? You know, something like that. So, yeah, that's gonna make me lose my trust because I'm just like, oh, this bitch is greedy. So, you know, just things like that is, but I think the reason why we have these issues, you know, as I said, the human species is these reality TV shows. You see all these little crazy things where dudes, like, I think I just found out, like, Marion's baby mom is with Little Fizz or some shit like that. And I'm just like, bruh, like how?
But it's
you know
like,
what I'm saying? Like, so how do you trust him right there? You lost trust because that was his man. That was his singing buddy.
Right.
His tour man. How you sleep with the same chick that he done had, even if she, whatever she was. But it's just like those little things is how you start to lose the trust. So I come home and you video chat a nigga, and as soon as I come in the bedroom, you fumbling the phone. What the fuck you fumbling? You good? Like.
So you would rather her like just do everything in front of you, like it's just
not do everything in front of you, but if I ask, don't lie.
Right.
I shouldn't have to snoop, you know. Like once you start doing all that extra shit, then you fuck up the whole vibe, and everything these days specifically is about vibe, energies, and all that type of stuff. You know, the crystals. I need to get some crystals and some sage, by the way. Like, got some bad juju around me. That's another story.
I was gonna say miscommunication, but I feel like you touched upon it. Like it's already an open relationship, so just tell me what you're about to do. Like, don't snoop around, don't hide. And like when I come see you, like you trying to hide shit, you fumbling, you changing the contact name. Like it's not like it's like I'm already trusting you to do other shit outside of me. So like if you're hiding it now, I feel like you're backstabbing me.
Being a bitch.
Yeah, which then turns into nah, this shit's done.
So what if you're the outside person and this person tells you, oh yeah, they're in an open relationship, open whatever, and it's like they want to fuck with you, and it's just like, oh yeah, you know. But now you're asking questions, so how do you go about that?
My whole thing is, that's the worst question a woman can ask men. I'm okay with being a side nigga. So if she's telling me it's an open relationship, she's like, yeah, I'm in an open relationship, you know, me and my husband, you know, we've been married 13 years, and I find you attractive. I'm like, okay. When, where, how do we do this? You know, like,
I think
I'll probably be on some, like, I don't want to meet a man though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to meet the nigga, because I don't want niggas, you know, I'm bumping into this nigga, because I know how I am. I'm gonna be with my niggas in the club and shit, and be like, yo, that's that nigga. I want to be that guy, because I know I can be, so I want to be something like, you know, I want to be able to like, shit, he might be, like I said, we might be on vacation in the same resort, and I bump into them and shit, I'm like, I'm gonna give her that look like, we fucking tonight or not, because y'all said it's open, but I don't really want to know too much about him and shit.
Okay.
So yeah, so I want to be a secret lover. I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? That's big, man. That's sweet, man. I like to fly under the radar. Fuck that.
Wow.
Yeah, call it what you want, but
I'm perfectly fine being a side nigga too. Like that's the thing, cause like
why? Like why?
Yeah, that's the thing, cause niggas like being a main piece, like it comes with all of its.
you take all the losses.
Yeah, it's like bro,
The
like
main nigga's gonna take all the L's.
take
Society
all the
can't
L's.
lose. What he's losing?
how you losing?
Unless you got some fire.
That ain't my girl.
And that's a loss. But you like, I can't fuck with you no more. Damn, I'm gonna miss that. Go. Damn, that bop. I miss that, but other than that,
It's
the
a
main niggas,
it's
he got emotions and feelings involved and invested. Like,
You gotta take how.
So you guys don't have feelings involved?
Nah, it depends.
I'm feeling like fucking her tonight. That's my feeling. Like,
It depends.
everyone catches feelings, and that's what starts to change the dynamics of whatever anything is. So some people are, oh yeah, I can be a fuck buddy, or I can be the side nigga, or I can be this, but over time, that's why it's like you have to keep it. Those is where you have your boundaries.
Right.
Like, yo, you can't text me at a certain time, don't call me at a certain time. You see me in the street, don't come waving and don't acknowledge me, my nigga. Let me acknowledge you, and I'm like, cool. But if the sex is good, or, you know, like some people don't cuddle. Or like the movie Pretty Woman, remember she did kiss. Because she found that to be more intimate. That's what you do in a relationship. So, you know, everyone has their little things that they have. Like, all right, this works for me, this doesn't work for me, but I'm the spokesman for Side Niggas USA and shit, so I'm with the shits, man. I'm with all of it.
Cause you guys want to be side niggas, I guess. Like, so what?
I'm champion. You know what I'm saying?
So what makes you guys? It was something that you said. I wanted to talk about that. Not my question. That's why.
Well, what makes me trust these hoes? I don't trust these hoes, but
No, it was something, and I was just like, I'm weak.
What makes you want to be a side?
I mean, that too. Y'all can answer that.
like I said, we're guys, so.
But it's like, oh, okay. Continue. Talk.
No, I'm just saying, like, we're guys, so it's like, you can't present certain things like that. It's just like a woman who
I
loves.
remember. Sorry, continue.
No, go.
No, I'm sorry. I think you just have to say that. Okay, so I was like, okay, so you being a side nigga, it's like, what detaches you from?
What gives me joy of being a side nigga?
No, but yeah, but it's like, what detaches you, like, what makes you, like, not get attached to that person that?
What I already knew what I wanted. You know? women and men are no different. We have emotions, we catch feelings, we get jealous, we get bitchy, we all of the above. The only thing that's different between is chest fat, aka titties. That's what I always say. You know, like just those little simple things that are obvious. If I know that I'm just approaching you to just fuck, that's what I'm going for. I'm not saying that I haven't had chicks where, you know, they start off as a fuck buddy and it turns into other things, but then once again, like I said, it's because we didn't really set those boundaries all the way. So it's like then it becomes that, oh, you texting, yo, what you doing? How's your day going? You're like, oh shit, this person care about me. Or seeing a good morning text, you're like, really? Like, that's not side nigga material. That's not, you know, like, that's not even open. I don't know if they do that in an open relationship. Think about it, like, in an open relationship, if you have 4 boyfriends, are you texting the other 3 boyfriends that you're not with?
That's like you being in an open marriage. It's like you have all these vibes. Like you're gonna text. No, you text these people. You text them every day. You be like, oh, how you doing? Like it's the same thing. It's just not to that point. Like
not that. I just mean like the open marriage concept.
Oh, it's dope. I mean, I get that. Once you get married, you be like, all right, I want to be with this one person. Because I was married, so you would assume like when I walked down the aisle, when I did my vows, when I did all that, this is just the one person I want to be with. I don't know about just like, yes, yo, Marcy, you can fuck my wife. What? Nigga.
I feel like
nah.
Like so into marriage, like I feel like you already.
That's the difference.
That's why I said I was like, it's either you want to spend, like you want to be with this person, that means you're gonna try to like go into that. Go into an open relationship. But it's like if you feel like you know you guys need to continue to work on each other.
It's like even thinking about sex. Do half the things we do during sex is something that you wholeheartedly want to do? Or is it you're thinking about your partner and what they enjoy?
But what, in terms of what though? Like
so just anything. Like your favorite position could say reverse cowgirl. His favorite position is common, doggy style. You gotta hit it from the back. But you're gonna compromise with him. You're gonna do what he wants to do because you're thinking about pleasing him. And I think that's a lot of what goes into all these things, is that most people only do things to please. There's pleasers and givers, and then there's niggas who just take. If you're just a taker, then yes, you fuck up the dynamics for everyone else. So like I said, the open relationship, I believe people only really go into it. If a guy goes into it like, yo, I'm only about, you know, being in a polyamorous relationship, is he thinking, I don't want to cheat on my girl and feel bad or have to lie to her? And if a woman is receptive to doing this because she say, you know what, old niggas cheat, so I'd rather just have it open that he could do. Because most times when you give people the opportunity to do something, guess what? They're gonna do it. They won't do it once you give them the opportunity to do it. So you gotta remember, cheating is an opportunity thing. Some people are habitual cheaters, but for most people it's just like the opportunity presented itself. You took it. But if you're in an open relationship, you're not thinking about cheating.
because like you don't know.
Because you already know.
Because you already know, like you already know it's already. So it's just one of those concepts. It's all mental. When you really think about it, at the end of the day, it's just a mental thing. Like I said, because once those feelings start to fester, which they will, that shit's gonna fall apart real quick. Like real quick. You know, it's just like people want to be a celebrity. Everybody want to be a celebrity because you see all the fun sides to it, all the benefits. But when you see the dark side, you're like, oh hell no, I don't want no parts of this one. Niggas want to touch my butt. Nah, son, I'm not with none of that shit. Snort coke, nah, son, I'm not with none of that. You know, so it's just, most of these things are just an opportunity thing, and that's really what it boils down to. But I don't know, I mean, everyone's different, you know. You have a relationship, so clearly, you know, you think different than I do, you know.
It was what I thought. It probably could have been me just doing what we were doing, like I said.
Yeah, I was doing it wrong.
Yeah, we was just doing what we were doing. But this is my last question before we go into our wonderful interview.
Hey.
So I did, because we was talking about cheating and how it's like this opportunity. So the question that I actually posted, it was cheating is a what? A mistake or a choice?
It could be both.
Why is it both?
Because, like I said, cheating is an opportunity thing. Some people are opportunists. So it's like some people actually wake up in the morning like, I'm gonna cheat today. Like some niggas really think like that. Some women really think like nigga, today's the day that I'm gonna cheat. Like I'm about to bag everything, once like but sometimes it's literally just a mistake. Like I've seen situations where I'm in like a party or something with some friends. We've had way too many drinks to drink. I know when people are like, oh, you can't blame it on drugs and alcohol. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You're under the influence. You're under the influence. When you're drunk or you're high, you go, think I could drive home after people get into car accidents. But to them, they believe they were good. You ever seen Wolf on Wall Street?
Yeah.
And to him, what he did, he got home in one piece. When you see the reality scene, nigga car was tore the fuck up. You know, so he believed it. So, you know, if you're under the influence, you have way too many drinks, things, you know, like it might be a certain song, or you might be in a certain feeling. Some people cheat because it's just like, all right, you and your boyfriend or girlfriend was having some problems, or you was accused of cheating. And some people are, oh, well, if I'm gonna be accused of it, I might as well do it. You know, like, I'm not going to jail for something I didn't do. So I might as well go for that crime. So it could be, like I said, it could be both depending on the situation. So have I ever cheated? Because you'd be surprised, everyone's definition of cheating is completely different. You know, like women, yeah, no offense, women, y'all definition of cheating is everything. Everything is cheating. Like,
Text a girl, you cheating.
Like, you cheating. Like, oh, I seen the way you smiled at her, you cheating ass nigga. You like, wow.
I can't smile.
Like, I can't smile. Like, and look at the profession that we're in. So that automatically, like, if you're not comfortable and confident and secure with yourself, we already being, oh, she's cheating, he's cheating, they cheating, you know? So everyone's definition of cheating is so different, but for the most part, it's an opportunist game. It's about opportunity, you know? And some people are trite. Like, you got dudes that, like, that's why I say it don't work when a woman tells a guy, oh, I got a man. You know, it becomes a game, you know? Like, everyone is like, it's hunting. It's hunting for it's sport for a lot of people. Cheating is sport for some people. So
no, I'm just like, I agree, but I'm just saying, like, that shit is crazy. Like.
It is. And then when you sit down and you try to process it, you're like, all right, look, I'm gonna be by myself for the rest of my life, because after a while, then that 100% that you said that you two start off with people, then that shit really starts at 5, negative 25.
Wow.
She's like, you know, nah, you ready to look like the cheating type.
I mean, it's crazy because it's like, I've been cheated on before, and it's like my shit is still 100 because it's like, at the end of the day, like, that was your choice to make.
It's still 100%. However, you still start to have doubt about certain people, or certain things will trigger that 100% to drop down to 0 automatically. Then she's good. She's the type that you heal and you move on. Other people get into new relationships and never healed.
Like, that's why, like, you have to forgive whatever happened, because it's like
forgive.
Oh my gosh. Not for real, like, it's not for the other person, it's for you, because it's like, you holding a grudge is not gonna help nothing. Like, you're just gonna start doubting the next person. That next person could be good for you.
My favorite line for any woman that I start to talk to is, I'm not the key to compete with your past.
Right.
I'm not competing with no nigga that you was fucking with before. I'm sorry, that's not my job. My job is not to make you happy. My job is that once I get you is to do what I came in with the intentions to do. So if I came with that promise, like, look, I'm trying to marry you, keep my promise.
I agree.
You know, whatever you come into, like I said, when you walk into like, yo, we're gonna have an open relationship, go through with that. But don't start with the open relationship 7 months and then 7 months and 14 days and you're like, you know what, I can't do this. Cause I don't like the way you're looking at these bitches. Once you start doing that, I'm like, this bitch is crazy. Like, and then it becomes, oh, so now she took away my fun. So
right.
What you think I'm gonna do? Now I'm with you.
Right.
Exactly. So it's just mean what you say what you mean, be impeccable with your word. You know, I'm pointing that from one of my favorite books, The 4 Agreements. Like, that book is like that helps you. Like, you read a book like that, you start to feel better about yourself. You start to understand, you know, we're domesticated to do the things that we do. We think that not everything that we do is free choice. You know, like a lot of these shits, it was just ready, set for it to be exactly that way. So, like I said, open relationships, I'm okay with it. Never said I want to be in one. That's the complete difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be in an open relationship. I'm a Scorpio. So, yeah, you know, anybody knows anything about Scorpios, that's not gonna work for us. Sorry. Like I said, I'm okay if, like I said, if a chick comes to me and says, oh yeah, you know, I'm in an open relationship. What? tell me more, beloved. But other than that, like, if a chick comes to me and she be like, yeah, I want to be with you, but I like the idea of being in an open relationship. I'm like, shit, you by yourself, homie.
I'm weak.
You know what I mean? Because if I'm in all the way. It's supposed to be mine. You know, like.
Right. I
You
agree.
know, so that's just my whole thing. So I don't know how you feel about that.
About what?
About all that, like, you know, the cheating aspects, the open relationship aspects of things.
Like I said, like, clearly, like, I haven't been one, we all haven't been one. So we can't be like, oh, we can't really touch, like, oh, yeah, we did it. But it's like, how we feel about it is different from how we're going to get into it.
Yeah.
I would, like, it's always, like I said, like, I think it's always good to try something to see where you're comfortable.
Try something.
No,
I tried
to see
anything
where,
once.
no, it's just like to see where you're comfortable with. Because it's like
Yeah.
sometimes a relationship isn't comfortable for you because of just like probably the timing or what's like, you know, so it's like you probably wouldn't get into those like
But once again,
that
remember,
serious step in a relationship. Like an open relationship, it's like, okay, you do what we do.
yeah.
You know, but it's like at the end of the day, we still gonna be like, all right, you my girl, you my man, like that's the extra hit to it. Like, oh, okay, you know, open relationship. That's what they fuck up because it's like we didn't say this is what we want to do. We didn't say oh blah blah blah. But if we said it, it's like okay, now we can move how we move. If we choose to make it steady and make it, you know, this is what we do, it's just us, then that's something you gotta build after. You can't build it after you done been in a whole relationship because
Yeah, you
Just
can't.
gonna die.
It has to be from your dating stage. You're
right.
getting to
Because
know
like
each other.
dating,
stage.
then it's like okay, oh maybe we could be in an open relationship. Then it's like okay, now I want to be with you because
I don't want you fucking other niggas, so you my girl. And that's really how it becomes. Like, you see too many of those, man. I grew up around them shits. And it's scary, very scary, you know. What about you, Marvin? You looking for a open relationship?
Dude, I'm actually not. I agree with him.
He's
I'm
like,
open to the idea. I mean, not open to the idea.
I'm okay with
cool
like,
with it.
if
I'm like,
it works
yeah,
for you,
concept.
it works for you.
Yeah. Like, I'm not mad at what you do. I don't judge anybody for doing it. But when it comes to me, I'm the jealous type. Once I got you, it's like, all right, now you're mine. I don't want you doing anything else with anybody. I don't mind friends. Like, I don't mind friends with exes and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to like me and you, like I can't share. Like I'm just the greedy type when it comes to that.
Can you imagine having to say like, you know when niggas is fucking like, who pussy is this? And she be like, it's your pussy. But imagine you in an open relationship, you're like, oh, who pussy is this? Yo, it's yours. And Sean and Mike. You're like, oh shit, she just named all my niggas. Like, nah, I don't want that like that. Like, nah, I'm good. So like,
To answer Serena's question earlier, I feel like cheating can be both. But I feel like it's more of a choice than a mistake. Yeah, I like with the exception of, you know, being under the influence of like, you know, getting high or
or just going through things, because like I said,
Yeah.
like sometimes you're within your emotions, and that's what I'm saying. Like the people who wear their heart on their sleeve and they just react without thinking.
right.
So it's just like, all right, you and Serena just got into an argument, you just walk out, you stormed out, and now you trying to clear your head, and here comes this chick who she has this beautiful aura about, and you're just like, yo, man, and you start talking at the bar. Things go other ways. It's not always like you intended. But I know when people are like, well, you could have stopped it though.
Yeah, I feel like
This and this thing's completely different. Them niggas is never on the same page.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
this right here has its own
Like, this nigga do what he wants, son. He be like, yo, like, yeah. You know what I mean?
we fucking tonight. I don't know. But nah, I feel like you should know the type of person you are before heading into a relationship. Obviously, with the exception of, you know, somebody who's young and never been in one. So, but I feel like once you kind of know who you are, like if you know you're the person that, if you get very emotional or you get into an argument and you know certain shit is gonna like, trigger you to, you know, go to the next girl or do something that you're gonna regret in the future, I feel like you shouldn't jump in a relationship in the first place. That's why I'm like, cheating is kind of a choice because it's like at the end of the day, especially with me, like when I get into arguments with people, like I like to just email, but I'm not gonna go on my phone. Like I'm not gonna talk to my ex.
You off, bro.
Yeah, because
You dead.
I'm like, yo, because men, exactly what he said, men, when it comes to, you know, down here, like, we don't be thinking. That shit just be thinking for his own self. So, I feel like,
He won.
I'm like, yo, if you're the type of person that knows that when you're emotional or when you're mad, like, it might happen, it may not, but, you know, you can't think for that moment, then you shouldn't be in a relationship.
You
I
agree?
feel like you should be more of a side nigga or a fuck buddy rather than. Because at the end of the day, you gotta think of the other person too. Like, obviously, you know you didn't intend to cheat, but at the end of the day, you're still hurting
Then
somebody.
there's a lot of people who get into relationships who never wanted to get into a relationship. So it's almost like you did what the other person wanted you to do and shit. So this is where I said, once you could clear this, once you got a good mental, then you do much smarter things. But trust me, I've seen people who get into a relationship because shorty be like, oh, I only fuck niggas, you know, when I'm in a relationship. And they're like, no, I'm trying to fuck. You know, so, or, you know, like I make a lot of references, like a movie like Thin Line Between Love and Hate. That showed you the ultimate. Don't tell a chick you love her if you don't mean that shit. 'Cause some women, like, and I was just watching that the other day, I was just like, she crazy, you know? So, like I said, people do things, like I said, like a lot of people are willing to do things just to get, you know, like to make the other person happy, to appease the other person, and then that's when it starts becoming problematic. So, it's a, we could go on forever about any of those topics, and I'm just like, yeah, that's why, you know, my situation that I'm in, I am happy.
Okay. Well, that was my last question. So we're gonna get into our wonderful little interview. I have my questions. Do you have a question first before I ask my questions? Cause I got all my questions.
You sure?
Yeah, I got all my questions. This time I got all my questions.
You got a little stump in there.
Listen, go.
Do you think?
Obviously, we got Debbie, the Baby Daddy podcast here with us.
By the way, I'm not a deadbeat. I know everybody always like, I have people on the train looking at me and it's just like, I was at the airport, I was coming back to New York and the lady saw my shirt, she's just like, I hope you're not a deadbeat. I was just like, nope, not at all. You know what I mean? I love my two beautiful kids, Kaylee and Caleb, shout outs to y'all. The reason why I have the show, the reason why I push to do what I gotta do, because at the end of the day, it's a legacy for them. I know it's people, you know, that's a negative thing, but it's to flip it. The whole thing is to flip it. I don't like the word. I don't like baby mama, baby daddy. I don't use it. The only time we do hear we use it, I gotta be really upset. Like I get really upset about something, or I hear a situation like, yo, so your baby mama's wild, my nigga. But other than that, I'm like, I usually just say like, yo man, your ex is crazy, or your kid's mom is tripping. But not a deadbeat, just to put that out there. But yeah, continue. Just wanna...
Oh yeah, that was actually my first question.
Oh, that was?
What was the reason behind the show?
So the reason behind, like I said, is, you know, I was always, when me and my ex started having arguments, but you know, when you angry, you say hurtful shit. So like, oh, you a bum ass nigga, you a deadbeat, big daddy, da da da. And you kept hearing it. Then growing up in the hood, you would always hear that, like, yo, son, fucking deadbeat ass baby mom, son, yo, cheat. And I'm just like, yo, I don't wanna go through what this nigga going through. So then, you know, I was doing my film. I used to do like film at Old Westbury. I was doing like my skits and stuff like that. And I had a professor, John Freeman, who was just like, he was like, you should go into radio and broadcast. And I was just like, nah, not my shit. Like too many rules and regulations. I don't like that. I don't like scripts. I like to just go off the top of my head and improv. And he was just like, no, you're just like, you can still do it, but do it in a way that works for you. But you have the voice, you have the personality to grab, you know, and bring people towards you. So I was just like, all right, cool. So when it was time to come up with the podcast earlier this year, it was the Old Papers podcast at first. That's what I was like, all right, I'm gonna go with that. And then I was just like, nigga, nobody knows who Old Papers is. Like, so it's not like, you know, the Joe Rogan Experience or the Joe Budden podcast or something like that that's well known. It's like nobody knows who I am outside my family, my hood. Like nobody knows Old Papers. So I was took a picture of my boy and my cousin, and we're all fathers. And I was laughing one day and I sent them the picture. I was like, yo man, this looks like the Debbie Baby Daddy Club. And then we just, you know, I was just like, yo, and then one day I'm sitting down, I'm just writing it out. And, you know, like I'm the type of person, like I like to write things out just to see how it looks. Like I gotta get the aesthetic of what it looks like for me to visualize it more. So I wrote out Debbie, it was dubbed Debbie Baby Daddy Podcast because it was really supposed to just be me. And I was just like, nobody wants to see me just talk for 60 minutes and show us I have guests, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna do guests. And then somebody was just like, yo, I think you should take Dub off because it already sounds so long. And I was just like, I guess. And then just became Debbie Baby Daddy Podcast. And, you know, 20 episodes in. Well, I recorded 20, but I've only aired 14 because they drop every 2 weeks. So, you know, just trying to keep pushing out. Eventually, I'll probably go weekly, like I was telling Bree. I'll go weekly, but I have to get that buzz first. I don't want to just be putting out an episode every week, and it's just like, oh, well, this one only has 82 plays. I mean, I appreciate it because it's 82 genuine plays, but I want when people looking forward to the episode, before I start like just throwing out shit and then run out of ideas eventually, because this should be running 100 miles an hour. So, but yeah, that's how I came up with the idea. I love it, enjoy it. What about you? No, you want to ask me something?
Nah, that was my first question though, but
So that was really your first question? I wanted to know why I came up with the name.
Not the name, but I was like, why you started it.
Yeah.
But you answered it, like in the
I try to do it.
Nah. Alright, so my next question, my first question. Basically it's like,
is that supposed to be your mic?
No. Okay, so how do you plan to progress? Like,
within the podcast?
Yeah.
So pretty much the podcast is just really to open up the doors for other things.
Mm-hmm.
You look at it in any celebrities. Nobody goes into one thing and end their career in that same exact order. So my thing was like, I felt like what's better for me is to do the podcast. People would hear my voice, people would see my face, because I try to do visuals, but not all the time. I don't want people, it's a podcast,
right.
It's radio, you hear. Like, stop thinking like you have to see something. Like, I get where I said, like, I write things out to see how it looks, but that's for me to work.
Right.
But you're supposed to be able to go back to the golden days where there was no social media, there was no instant gratification. If anything, you just word of mouth. You just had to play the game of telephone. Like someone told you a story, like you always told the story when I was 9, and now I'm telling you this story, so you could tell the story, you could tell the story. So to progress from it is master the art of it. I try to tell people my podcast doesn't sound like any other podcast you listen to. I really dig deep into, I don't want just the generic, so, I have an episode called Fuck Buddies. Yes, I have an episode called Let's Talk About Sex. That's cool, we've all been there, done that. But I also have an episode called You Good Bro, You Good Sis, which is about mental health. Nobody talks about mental health in the community, especially the Black community. Coming from a West Indian background, you didn't like anything that sounded like you crazy. You know what I mean? Like you need to be in the G building or something like that. So for me with the podcast, use the voice, get my face out there. Like I said, start getting back into my script writing, my screenwriting, start producing more like I did back in the days. Just keep opening different doors. And then eventually, like I told people, hey, I might want to start a record label. Mm-hmm. Because I have the podcast, I have guests, I know artists, that makes it easy to be like, all right, these are gonna be my first 20 artists. And I can work with them because they feel comfortable with me. They trust that, whatever O say he gonna do, he gonna deliver. And then from there, like I said, the Grammys, the Oscars, the Emmys, all these other things could come because that's what I want. I'm a dreamer, but I believe in myself. And I believe that one day I'll have a dope ass trophy room. I probably bring back MTV Cribs and like, y'all gotta come see my shit, man. See how I'm living. Like, I have some wild, crazy tunnels spinning in the house and shit to get you. Like, I just made that up. It sounded good in my head. But yeah, like I said, just to open up other doors to get to different things. I might wanna write a cookbook and, you need something to open a door. And being from the hood, ain't nobody open shit for us. You know what I mean? Like everybody's trying to just survive. I ain't trying to survive no more, I'm trying to live. I wanna live, I wanna enjoy life. I wanna live at least until my mid-80s. I'm okay with that, man. I'm not too greedy, because I wanna live to 100. Give me 87, I'd be okay with that. No cane, no walkers, nothing like that. I feel like I've lived a purposeful life.
In the next 2 years or a year, it doesn't matter. You could pick a number.
Okay.
Where does the podcast,
where do I see it?
Where do you see it and where does it stand? Is it do you want it to continue as is? Do you want it to grow differently? Do you want it to branch off into something else?
Well, right now, I was always told, you don't tell people what you're doing until it's actually happened. So I do have other things that I'm doing behind the scenes, and we're pushing those other projects as well. Like I said, we just you would say you're kind of using the podcast as the front. This is what we're showing you guys. We have 50 million other things we're doing. So in another year or two, I would hope that I barely have 300 followers on Instagram, so I'm gonna need y'all to just stop fucking playing games with me, you know. But I would hope that my 300 followers can become 3,000, you know, and that's not just ghost followers. Not people who is just press and follow or they just like shit, but they don't really support. You know, like I need the support. You know, a business can only survive with support. You know, if you don't support a bank, what happens? That bank shuts down. If you don't support a clothing line, it's gonna go out of business. You know, it's gonna fail. So I need the support. I don't need people. Like right now, I have a lot of people like, oh, you need to do this, you need to, and there's a lot of what I need to do.
Right.
And I'm just like, if you can do what I do, then you should just do it. Any more questions, beloved?
This is my last question. Yeah, this is my last question. So, what is your advice to anybody that's trying to get into the same thing you're getting into?
Red bottoms and all my 4 yachts and, you know, 2 mini mansions and all those cool shits. Not really, but, you know, people think when you're black, you get that as soon as you become a millionaire, right? I just want to pay off my student loans because them shits is fuck school. That's what I really want to say, man. Like, if you're going to college, go because you want to go and it's something that supports it. If you're trying to be in medicine, school. Business, you can say school. Law and those type of things, school. If you're trying to be an entertainer, designer, anything like that, anything that you bring out the art side of you, just go with your gut, go with your dreams. Like, the school shit is over. I just spent way too much money and I could have learned how to use a camera while watching YouTube now. Ain't that some shit? Fucking crazy. But yeah, that's my take on that. Fuck the doubters. People are gonna say what they wanna say. You'd be surprised how many people are rooting against you. You know, the strangers, people that you know, bump into, you know, they're gonna support you quicker than your family and friends will. Because you gotta remember, everyone has a dream. Everyone has their goals, and when they feel like they're not accomplishing theirs, they will tear you down. And then that's what they talk about, the whole energies and the aura. So you ever have like a situation where you really want to get that dress for your birthday or certain shoes or go on a certain vacation, and you would hear more people down talking it than others. Like I remember at one point I wanted to go to Dubai, and everybody was just like, oh, Dubai is mad played out, everybody been there. Bitch, I haven't. You know, so I don't care how you feel, but I haven't. You may not have liked it, but that might be the greatest city, the greatest place on earth for me. So do what works for you. Like I said, I'm a testament of, I did the podcast, I went with a name that I felt worked for me.
Alright, so that was our wonderful guest for this week's open relationship. Y'all know I don't be doing this, but shout out to our guests for coming this week. It was dope. Obviously, updates as far as we said in the beginning. Yes, we got our new shirts. We have one more coming, and then you guys can start pre-ordering. So as far as pre-ordering, you guys can just DM the show or you can DM us individually. We don't have a set price yet, so you can just tell us that you want one, and then like in the future when the time comes, we'll just tell you how much it goes. New update. We actually do have a price. So it'll be $15 for a shirt. I think it's the...
So it's the long sleeve black one that we have.
Yeah.
So that's one logo, so it's long sleeve. Then we have the white t-shirt with the second logo. Then we have, these won't be on sale yet. So then we have the last shirt, which is gonna say subscriber, #subscriber, and then the back is gonna say @TNTK show. So of course, you know, you gotta promote the show. So the logo, and then @TNTK on the back for the last one. That one will be pink, the second one is white, the first one is black. One long sleeve, 2 short sleeve. Boom.
So you can tell us which one you want, what color, and then...
And you have an option of blue, just so you know.
Yeah.
Check out Debbie Baby Daddy Podcast. My show that I'm gonna be on with him is Fuck Buddies, just so you know, being here. Long time, like maybe a couple months. Not let me stop.
They're on all major streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, all that. Y'all can go look it up. Y'all saw the logo. As soon as you see the logo, it's right there.
Facts. You can't miss it. Like you can't miss it. I don't got no more updates.
But until next episode, you guys can follow me at _. We want more on Instagram and Twitter.
You can follow me at Read the Host on Instagram and Twitter. And make sure you follow the Wonderful Shows page at TNTK Show on Instagram and Twitter, guys. As always, make sure you like, you comment, you share, subscribe. Bye, guys.
No.
Hmm?
Don't know.
Oh. Okay, so